Who would have thought? Yeah, if you think Thomas Tuchel took the England job to mess around, yeah, let me tell you something. You lost your mind. Yeah, you thought absolutely wrong. Thomas Tuchel, the man is not playing. Yeah, he doesn't do the whole ego thing, right? Him as a coach, he does not like that, right? If you watch his time at Chelsea, which he himself talked about, right, as one of his best coaching spell ever. Now, mind you, the man coached Neymar and he coached Mbappe, but when he talks about his favorite time coaching, he's talking about Chelsea. And one of the things you can see under him in that particular Chelsea squad was the fact that the entire Chelsea squad or the entire squad, there was no ego. That was why when Lukaku came, there was problem, right? Lukaku couldn't adjust because Lukaku wanted to be treated like the man. He wanted to be treated like the guy. He wanted to be the guy, right? And in Thomas Tuchel's squad, there is none. There is none. There is no the guy. There is the team first, and then everyone follows second, right? Regardless who you are, regardless of the name you have, regardless of your status in football, it's the team first, right? And you look at the relationship that he's had with Jude Bellingham so far, not good. Not good, right? Listen, I'm not the one that will come out and say, okay, and bash Jude Bellingham for his personality type. But you cannot tell me that brother does not have somewhat of an ego in him, right? Now, obviously, if you play for Madrid and you've been doing the things that you've been doing, right, for Madrid, scoring goals, right, winning the Champions League, and all of that, playing at the elite level. Now, all of that comes with ego. It comes with pride, definitely. But listen, first of all, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Don't forget about that. But let me just read to you what we found out. Let me just read to you what we just found out. Right? Listen. Wicked. Jude Bellingham has been told he's no longer a guaranteed starter for England. Thomas Tuchel is reportedly ready to start Morgan Rogers ahead of the Real Madrid star at the World Cup unless form improves. The untouchable era is over. You got it right. You got it right. The untouchable era, yeah, nobody is safe. Nobody's spot is safe. That's what I was saying, right? If you watch my previous video, I was talking about Palmer, and I was like, I want him to find his form, right? Because I know if he doesn't, forget it. He's not getting in there, right? The untouchable era is over for them. Jude Bellingham, little ego under, what's his name? Southgate, right? If it was Southgate, right, Jude Bellingham won't be worried if he's going to make the England lineup or if he's going to be a starter in that England squad. He's not worried about that. He knows he's a guaranteed starter. But with Thomas Tuchel, it's not happening. It is not happening. That's the end again, right? You cannot say Thomas Tuchel is being harsh or unfair to him. Nobody can say that. Obviously, the man is a was a goal. Jude Bellingham is a great player. And I do think he's going to be in that English lineup. He's going to be in that lineup to begin with, right? Not the lineup, but the call-up. He will be in the call-up, right? He will be on the list of people that get to go for the competition. I'm sure he will be there. As long as he's not injured, he's fit, he will be there. But now starting, there where the problem is. He's no longer a guaranteed starter. You look in that position, you got Phil Foden is in there. Cole Palmer is there, right? He's trying to pick up form to be able to get himself there. Now, Morgan Rogers, what he's doing at Villa, right? You have to talk about that as well. And recently, whenever he called upon Morgan Rogers in that England squad, whenever there's a call-up, Morgan Rogers do show up, right? Maybe he may not be getting the goals and whatnot, but maybe he's also giving the coach what the coach wants from him, right? And I think that was that's about it you're going to get from him. But Jude Bellingham, so far, I think this entire season, he has 3, 4, 5 goals, right? So he's underperforming, and he's injured as well right now. He's going to be out to March, right? He got injured, I think, in their last game or the game before that. So the man is definitely not in the best of form. So you cannot look at Tuchel and say Tuchel is being unfair to him by saying something like that. Now, any coach logical enough, right, that has somewhat of a sense, right, you will have to say something like that to him. If you want to be in the lineup, if you want to be in my starting lineup, first of all, you got to pick a form, right? Because when we go to the World Cup, I'm going to be going based off a form to begin with. Now, even though it's international football, it's not a club football that I'm practicing with you day in, day out, that I can say, okay, I know what he can do, I know what he can bring. No, you don't know that, right? It's international football. So once that happens, right, you pick up form from your club team, you go into your national team, you're more likely to be a star as compared to somebody that is not playing day in, day out. Right now, except under special circumstances. But if you're playing for the like of England, right, where in your position the manager have at least 3-4 different options that he can go with, and those people will do the exact same thing that you would do, may you either pick up form or you forget about it, right? And I think that's where Jude Bellingham is at right now. You either pick up form or you forget about it, and I think, like I said, for sure he's going to be in the what's it called, on the list of people that get to go for the competition. I expect him to be there. If he's not there, right, I don't know, but I expect him to be there. Again, the competition for that particular spot, like I said, Jude Bellingham himself, Cole Palmer, right, Phil Foden, and now you have Morgan Rogers that could potentially play there as well, right? And now you have Menu that is even coming, but maybe he's not like a 10, but you know, it makes the call up even more difficult for people like him. Right? So it's like, I'm not saying Drew is not going to be caught up, but it's like Menu is showing form right now, and you have other people in this competition. What's it called? Anderson, Elliott, right? All those people showing good form. So, and Tuchel's already loving them, right? He wants people that will work for one another. He wants that team spirit. It's not about you, it's about the team, right? You don't do disrespectful thing. And when you be when you are being sub out, you just start flipping your hand. You start, show it's not respectful to the coach. It's not respectful to your teammate as well. It's not good sportsmanship. Right? So you need to face this attitude. I would say number one. Two, pick up phone number one, face his attitude number two. But in that's about it. What else I got? Right? Look at this one. Real Madrid open to Enzo Fernandez swap deal. Chelsea eyeing 2 attackers in return. Aurelian Tchouameni remains untouchable for Los Blancos, but they are willing to include Vinicius Jr. in the package. Report claim Vinicius Jr. and Arda Güler could be the players sacrificed to land the Chelsea midfielder. I don't want Vinicius Jr. I'm not going to lie to you. Right? I do not want Vinicius Jr. He's a brilliant, attacker, and he might even be good in the Premier League, but the baggage that comes with him, right? It's the same reason why I didn't want someone like Garnacho, right? Because you have those people in the dressing room, right? They can affect the dressing room attack. And Vinicius Jr. coming to Chelsea, he's already a top class player. Now, and with the way Chelsea's working, sometimes you don't get to play, right? You have to be rested. The medical team is trying to protect you. Now, all these little things, I don't want him coming and then picking up a force, and then we have to deal with him, his attitude, and everything, all the little baggage that come with him. But as a player, I have nothing against him. His quality is there, and I think for his quality and the way he operates, he might even be good in the Premier League. But the little baggage that come with him, though, and then you have Arda Güler, right? Would I take Arda Güler at Chelsea? I think I would. But then if you take Arda Güler, what are we doing with him? That's the question. Listen, he's a quality player, but what exactly are we doing with Arda Güler? Because you have somebody talking about we should bring in Baco from Strasbourg that is killing it, right? We should bring in Baco. We already have Insinso as an option that we could also bring in. So, and then we have Pius also that we could bring in. And then we have couple academy player that we could also look at. So what exactly we bringing in Arda Güler for? I don't know. I really don't know. But listen, if Madrid can give us Rodrigo, bring it. Yeah. Bring the deal. We're ready. We might listen, yeah. But other than that, I don't see what else, right, could be the problem. But speaking of Madrid, right, I know Madrid's linked with Romero, and Madrid definitely need a center back like him, right? The guy is intelligent, even though he played for Spurs, but I actually do rate him. Now, if I could take an experienced center back, he would be one of the people on my list. But I know Spurs will not give him out easy. But if Madrid can get him, right, they definitely need an experienced center back. I keep telling people, what's his name? What's the kid name again from the Spanish kid that played for Madrid? You know who I'm talking about, right? Him. He's, if you just leave him by himself, it's not it. You need somebody with quality, experience, aggression next to him to be able to balance, so that his, technical ability on the ball as a defender can be able to come out. Other than that, forget it. Dean Howson, he's the guy I'm talking about, right? Other than that, forget it. So Romero, right, will be a good option for them. But yeah, that's it. Madrid need a center back, and I think him going to Madrid was a good for him, good for his career as well. And then there are also rumors that I've been seeing about Chelsea being linked to Julian Alvarez. Now I saw something today. Somebody's trying to mess around with our emotions. Yeah, they're saying Chelsea and Julian Alvarez have a good personal term. Now I know it's one of those people that just come up with BS, right, on the internet, right? Please listen. Like I commented and I said, don't mess around with our emotions. You know what I mean? If we get Julian Alvarez, I don't see why he wouldn't want to come to Chelsea. First of all, you already have Enzo, his best mate, that is there. Bringing him, oh dear Lord, listen, bringing him to Chelsea right now. Oh, I'll take him. What is it? 25? If I'm not mistaken, 24, 25, not far enough, right? I would take him. We probably might spend around 80, 90 to 100 million, right? We might spend around there. And I know we also have, what's his name? Hendrick as an option. And I'll take him too. But who knows? Who knows what could happen? Who knows what could happen? If we get that brother, yeah, please bring him. Bring him. Bring him, right? Bring him. And here's another thing. If Chelsea cannot get Femi Lopez like I wanted, if we can also get Bako, I take him as an understudy to Fernandez, because now Fernandez, there's multiple reports that he's looking to go to Real Madrid, that he have ambition to go to Real Madrid, right? Now, if that's going to happen, we can bring in someone like Bako to be an understudy to him for at least a season or two before we dispatch him to Real Madrid, get the money on and all of that, right? Like I just reported, what's it called? Madrid's considering signing him, right? And they're willing to let go of those people that they're willing to let go. So the Vinicius and all of them, right? So, but that's about it in terms of news. Listen, let me know your thoughts down below. Jude Bellingham, right? Listen, do you think Thomas Tuchel is right to come out and say this guy is not going to be a starter? Because I think he is definitely flipping right to come out and say that. If you're not performing, at least he's being honest with you, right? Bro, what I want, you're not doing it. You need to pick up form for your spot in that England, for you to cement your spot, your starting spot in the squad. You have to pick up form. You don't just need to be playing, but you need to pick up form. That's the difference, right? You see, like in like lower, what's it called? Country, right? I would say that don't really have that much international player. As long as you're playing for your club team, right? You will be you coming. But with places like England, the Portugal, the Spain, you don't just need to be playing. You need to have fun. So let me know your thoughts about that. Well, now, would you allow Enzo Fernandez to also leave as well? Now, would that be a thing that you want? So let me know your thoughts about that. Romero possibly going to Madrid. What do you think about that? Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know your thoughts down below. Like I said, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Much appreciated. See you later in my video tomorrow. Possibly there might be a watch along for the Chelsea game, the Chelsea versus Wolves, or the Wolves versus Chelsea game. Again, thank you. See you later.